For this topic, we're talking about friends making excuses to avoid you. Hello, my name is Augustus, and I learn about social barriers and norms to help people become their true self in life. And for this topic today, we're talking about friends making excuses to avoid you. I feel like to some point, all of us kind of felt this. Maybe some of us felt a little more than others, but it's like, okay, you try to say something or do something and people just kind of move away from you. And sometimes you don't even know why. Most of the times you won't even know why. Because rarely would people come up and at least be straight enough, be honest enough to just come and tell you what exactly the reasons are. A lot of times they make excuses or just say, hey dude, I'm sorry, we just can't hang out anymore. But we don't know the reasons, we don't know why, and what do we do about this? Like, no one's gonna come up here and tell us and explain to us, give us like a little manual and say, okay, this is what you're doing wrong, or like they're excluding you because you're not like them, etc., etc. So what do we do? So here I will touch on my 3 points as usual. So for the first point I want to talk about is there's really nothing we can do to change others. Yeah. So we always want to focus on the things that we can change, which is ourselves, the things that we have control over. Whenever we try to like control things that are outside of our reach, like try to control like a tornado, like it just brings us anxiety. It just brings us, just makes us feel like we're out of place, or it makes us feel like we were like in constant state of desperation because that thing is coming and there's literally nothing we can do about it. Like, that's not good. So we want to focus on the things that we can control, which is things that we can do, our thoughts, our habits, and things that we can change. So whatever the other person is talking about or other person is thinking about, it's like, okay, you want to try to understand where they're coming from, but understand that we can't change what they are. We can't change how they're thinking. And to some extent, that's just how it is. So we want to take full responsibility for ourselves. And this has to be the key step before anything happens. Because if we don't take responsibility, we'll constantly try to direct blame onto other people and like we don't change. And nothing happens. The same situation goes on because you're the same, they're the same, and that's just how it is. Now, the second thing that you need to do is really figuring out if it's you or if it's them. And I know that there's like different tendencies. There can be people that's like, oh man, dude, it's all my fault. I do everything wrong. It is my fault. I know it's my fault. And there's nothing I can do to change this. And then there's the other spectrum where it's like, dude, it's all that guy's fault. Dude, it's not me, it's them. They are the one that's making this happen. And they make me feel miserable. And there's nothing I can do about that too. So, but the thing is, here, remember, the first step, we have to focus on being the things that we can control, which is our responsibilities. The things that we can control, which is our actions, the way we think, our habits, everything that's on us. And once we take care of ourselves, then we're at the point where if any other situation goes wrong, then we're like, you know what, I did everything that I can do. Even if the situation turns out not well, I am still going to be okay with it. But here, we want to figure out if it's you or figure out it's them. And I'm going to be truthful here. I don't know you. I can't see you the way that you do things. So I can't just point out like, hey, you, I don't know, Bob, you are doing this wrong and that is making other people feel awkward. And here, I can't do it. But people that you trust, that are very close to you, that have your best interest in mind, if you make them feel comfortable enough, they will tell you the truth. They will tell you what exactly you're doing wrong. And at that point, you have to listen. You have to really listen. So here, go to your the people closest to you and make them feel comfortable. It's not like, oh, if they tell you something bad, then you're gonna lash out to them. Then that's the definition of not what not to do. You need to make them feel comfortable, saying, okay, yeah, I really want to listen and understand my faults if it's me, if I'm doing something wrong, and if they have some feedback, let's sit down, examine it, see if that is right, and that can be your start of change. And if they say you're okay, then maybe it is the other person. Maybe you are doing everything right, and the people around you just not panning out, not the type that will actually like you or want to hang out with you, and that's okay. There's nothing we can do about there. Now, the third point I want to talk about is we want to make changes, but we also have to not expect like immediate results. Like, we're in this age where we always want everything instant. Like, here we have like Amazon, which used to be delivery like 7 days, and now you have like Amazon Prime like 2 days. What the heck? And now you have like Amazon down to like hours within ordering. It's like, whoa. It's like we're in the age of like saying, here we want things instant. We want things fast. And if we don't get the results we want immediately, then we give up. We're like, okay, dude, this is not going to work. But everything that's good usually takes time. If you take shortcuts, if you try to get things quick, especially within these very important changes to yourself as a person, then you're going to short circuit yourself somehow. Like you're going to try to implement something in yourself, and it's just not going to help you in the long run. And you'll try it again and again, these shortcuts, and it will not work, and then you will want to give up. Not knowing that good changes actually is a long-term thing. It's a whole journey, and that's what we're all here to do. So like whenever that you take advice and you want changes, know that it's kind of like a little stock market. If you ever see a little picture, it goes like this, and then it goes down a little bit, and goes up a little bit, and goes down a little, then go up. That is kind of like our journey. We'll make some progress, and then we'll fail like a little bit, and then we'll climb back up again. We'll fail, and then we'll come back. So like, don't expect immediate consistent results, but consistent results in the long run. If we take on those like understandings of people from closest to us and make changes according to that, then that'll work. So that's my third point for you guys. And also the application is, just find the person that's closest to you. Make sure that you are making them feel comfortable, and ask them, why exactly am I doing something wrong? Why are people like avoiding me? Or why are people making excuses to not hang out with me? Then like just talk with them and find out what it is and make changes. So those are all the points I have for you guys, and I hope you guys are doing well. Here it's getting cold, and hopefully that it's like January, like by some time that things will just not be as cold anymore. But yeah, it's a journey. Every day, if we can take those few steps towards the points that we want to be, then in the long run, we can add up all those different steps, and it will become like this huge marathon that we've been running. And it doesn't matter how slow it is, it matters that we're actually running it. Because not a lot of people are going towards a destination. And just by you being here, actually wanting to break through those social barriers and norms, like you having your own sense of destination, you're actually going somewhere. And that is why we're all here watching this video. And we're all in this together. We're all trying to go towards the same point. And let's encourage one another. Stay strong, stay healthy, always take care of yourself first before you take care of others. It's not to be selfish, but it's that so that you can maximize your ability to help others. Okay? So stay warm if you're cold at your place. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. It's making this whole for this topic, we're watching.